Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond the Glass, the window cleaning podcast. Welcome to another episode. Thanks for joining in and following along so far. Hope you've all had a good week out on the windows. My week wasn't too bad. There was one day where I didn't work and another day where I didn't do window cleaning, but I did some other jobs on there. I don't know if you remember from listening to the last podcast, I probably explained that on a Wednesday I had to take my wife to the hospital, and the reason, and because we've been carless, we haven't got a car, although that's just changed, I have to use my van. Using my van to take her to the hospital, I'm not working. But what we did do is we cleared the Wednesday of window cleaning. So I shifted the schedule across one day in squeegee, and then we backfilled some work. So I had 2 cleans to catch up on, which we did after the hospital appointment. And then before the hospital appointment, we had a customer where they've asked for their fascia office and gutters cleaned for their place, and their parents who live across the road from where they are did their bungalow fascia office and gutters as well. So we got those 2 jobs out of the way, and then caught up on 2 cleans, and I managed to get my wife to the hospital for her appointment. So that was Wednesday. Friday, I didn't work because it was my dad's, he's being interned. So we had that done. I was there obviously with my brother, my cousins, my aunt and my uncle, and then also a couple of cousins of my dad's were there as well. So it was nice. It was good. Unfortunately, it's the only time you catch up on people, isn't it? You hear that when you're younger, everyone saying that it's only weddings and funerals, but it's bloody true, isn't it? Anyway, we've done that. So I'm hoping this week I've got 98 jobs booked in. I am working on the Saturday. There's 3 cleans. One of them is a big job. It's the Saturday that we work once a month, basically. A busy week ahead, and then hopefully get rid of that month. It's not the month it was planned out to be. I haven't made as much there, but things have happened, which is life in the window cleaning world as well, isn't it? Not just in life itself. And then hopefully next month, then I'm going to have a bloody good month, I hope so, to start paying off some of this debt. It's what I need to do. So it got me thinking about this second van stuff that I've been talking about. I'm definitely going to go for a second van. Not just yet, though, and I'm going to stick with window cleaning. I'm not going to go down thinking about, should I do pressure washing? I'm just going to stick with what we do. At the moment, David's applying for lots of different jobs, so he might get lucky and get a job, hopefully, in the meantime. But if not, and I concentrate on clearing his debt, then look at getting a second van, get that up and running. Even if it's me in one van, Matthew in the other, it's going to be better than what it is now. But for now, we're just going to limp across as we are. But what me and Matthew have said, we are going to change a few things to try and get through our work quicker so we get home at a decent time. Excuse me. So in order to achieve this, there's going to be a number of things we've got to do. One of them is definitely start on time rather than it getting later. But it doesn't help when I get to bed late for various reasons. So I need to get to bed better, good night's sleep, and get cracking. So we're going to leave early, on time. I'm using Squeegee app to optimize my rounds, but I'm going to do it differently now. I'm going to get it. You can select a button where it just basically picks from the furthest away. So that's what I'm going to do. And then obviously using my Apple Maps is work out what time I need to leave in order to get to my furthest away job for 8 o'clock. So we're starting there at 8. We're going to work our way towards home. We won't come home lunchtime, so we're just going to do the old meal deals from supermarkets, which we'll pick up either on the way out or near the end of the day, we'll go somewhere local and just get it ready for the next day. The idea is we're just going to work through lunch. You can eat lunch in bits through the day anyway. And then as we get closer to home and to the point where the van's almost going to run out, that's when we'll head home, have a cup of tea, refill up the van and get cracking again. So I'm hoping with all that sort of in mind, we'll try it and see if that's going to help. Plus, I'm saying to Matthew, you need to move a bit faster. You need to walk a bit faster, move with purpose, that sort of thing. And we're both going to try and be as efficient as possible and work as fast as we can, but still be thorough with how we clean the windows. Because at the end of the day, if the customer's not happy, they're going to bin you, aren't they? And obviously, if you're working hard for a prolonged period of time, you've got to have little breaks here and there. So we'll both have our different moments, I suppose, where you'll slow down for a little bit and then got to get back into the swing of it. That's what I'm saying to Matthew. You're always chasing time, or you're trying to get ahead of time because somewhere you're going to lose it for various reasons. Could be pollen on the glass, state the windows are dirtier than normal. Could be a locked gate. Could be just the traffic, the roadworks, all these sort of things that go against you and the talkers. But, customers of a certain age deserve your time in my eyes. But it's the skill you're going to learn as well, how to handle that one, how to have a nice chat with someone, but not lose too much time. So we're going to go for it and get all that done. I mean, my van's all sorted now. My poles are all cleaned. They're lubed, ready to go again. So everything's ready for the week. Just got to start the week on the right foot and keep following it up. I did work last Saturday. I had one job come up. There's a customer of mine. She's coming up for 90 and has sadly had to go in a home. She's got Alzheimer's. It's been coming on. And it's horrible to see that progression as well. But it's such a lovely lady. I've had some beautiful conversations with her. She's been an early customer as well. And her daughter lived round the corner from her, but she moved to somewhere else. Look, it is an area that I cover. So I was able to have a chat with her and say, when I've cleaned them, I've had a chat. She's been well, despite what's been going on, but she's sadly come to a point where she's had to go in a home. She's been fiercely independent. She's been looked after by her family. They've been coming round doing visits and stuff. So she's been really happy. It's just got to a point where she has to go in a home, unfortunately. But going back to talking to people, especially those of a certain age, they deserve it. They've been through a lot. And it is fascinating to hear people's stories and life stories and to build that picture up each time you've gone round and you talk a bit more and you get a bit more added to the story. It is really fascinating, really. And it's nice to look back on or think of people like that later on, which I'm reflecting on a lot with my dad in my own time anyway. So yeah, it's nice to give these people time. And one day it's going to be me. So that's my thinking. If I can give someone a bit of time here and there, it doesn't have to be a lot, does it? But it means a lot because one day it's going to be me. So that's why working, you try and bank that time to lose it, if you get what I mean. And that's what's hard, isn't it? If you start on time, you're off to a good start. If you start late, you're going to spend all day chasing it and it's only going to get worse. So it'll be interesting. It's probably going to take a couple of days to fully adjust to get into this new routine. And I've got to get on at Matthew, get that commander's head on and be running around, keeping on top of it. But obviously try not to do it too much because otherwise we'll fall out. That's the problem with working with family members all the time. Can be done. It's rare that it happens, but when it does, it's quite a big thing. But I think if it works and we get home earlier, it'll be better. And that's what I'll try and say to you. If I can keep hitting these targets as opposed to losing it, I mean, sometimes the weather's the weather. You can't help it and life's life and things come up. If I can start paying these things off, I can then look on another van and get him out in a van and me in a van, and we're both going to be better off in the long run. It would be a nice thing if David couldn't find a job and I can offer him a job and we all work off a bit better, but, you don't know. And I've got to be prepared for it to go backwards, haven't I, for it just to end up being me maybe, and have to plan for that. I've got a rough plan and it will work, but hopefully that won't come into the need of doing that. Matthew does like the job. He likes doing it, so at least that's a good thing as well. But I do need, I think, to build him up, get him out in the van on his own. But first of all, like I said, I'm concentrating on getting rid of some of this debt that I accumulated when I had my van problems and trying to get over that. Whatever you do, it's a hard slog, innit? And window cleaning is not as easy as what people think. And also, I don't think you'll find it's as boring as what people think. Yes, it's repeating the same thing, but you're in different areas, different days. You do different size shaped houses, at least where I am anyway. Plus, you're always fighting time or trying to race timelines so that you're on time. And it's a great feeling when you get an earlier finish than normal as well. So you've got to take them wins when you can. And there's always something coming up that you're fighting against or wiping you out. So it's not as boring as what people think. But next week, I've got 98 jobs booked in, Monday to Friday, but I'm also working on the Saturday. There's 3 jobs. One of them's a big job. It's a Saturday that we do once a month because we can't fit them in anywhere else in our schedule. So we take the hit on that one. But it'll be a much welcomed week to complete, I can tell you that. And then start the next month. And hopefully, whatever next month is projected, I hope I end up that month hitting it. But it is also, isn't it, the kids' school holidays, I think. So that's when people go on holidays. So you might get a few skips coming up there. Who knows? We've just got to roll with it. I've got slightly more work than I can handle anyway, so it kind of factors it in, which is handy. And kit-wise, using the Gardener's Ultimate 26 centimetre brush with 100-degree fan jets. Still enjoying using that. The brush is now starting to look a bit sorry and a bit worn, a bit like me. And I'm guessing it may need replacing soon, but at the moment it's still cleaning the windows fine. So I suppose till I notice a difference in that, or if it starts to look, in my eyes, a bit tatty, I'll change it, because I don't want people thinking I've got tatty gear, do I? I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy my X-Line brushes. I do like them, but I've been using these Gardner brushes now for quite a few months, and I'm enjoying them for being lightweight compared to the X-Line brushes. Although I still rate the X-Line brushes as well. I've got them in my van. I'm just trying to give everything a good, fair crack of the whip. And something else I brought from X-Line a while ago was some plastic scraper blades to go in my Unger Ninja scraper. And the idea was to be able to use them on solar panels, because that's what they're designed for. And I have used them on the windows, and they've been great as well. But mainly for solar panels, I've got them blades for anyway. And also they come in handy for conservatory roofs when you're dealing with lichen, especially on polycarbonate stuff. But obviously on them jobs, you need to price the higher end of what you'd normally price, because they do take up surprisingly a lot of time to get them off. And you're using other bits of kit, which is going to wear and tear as well. So you've got to cover the cost of that. But yeah, these plastic scraper blades from X-Line, look them up on there for solar panels. Really good. I'm sure they do them elsewhere as well, but they're the ones I've got and I'm happy with them. And like I said, I've been trying them out on the normal windows anyway, and they've been absolutely fine. And weather-wise, it's been warm, isn't it? It's been sunny, but it's nowhere near been as hot as what it is, although there's now talk of some crazy days of being really, really hot coming ahead. Whether they come out like that or it ends up being slightly cooler, who knows? Beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean? So I've just got to roll with it and get on with it. And that's what I'm going to have to do. But if it is stupidly crazy hot, I'll just do them half days again to try and manage it. Like we said, we get out and starting earlier, that sort of thing, and just navigate these problems how you can, really. And in the fields around me, I don't know where you are, because I'm in the countryside the majority of the time. All the fields have been harvested, so hopefully them thunderflies are no more. And the windows are probably going to be covered in a lot of debris from that, and people will be crying out to have the windows cleaned, or hoping I'll get round soon. So more work for me anyway, isn't it, when I'm cleaning my regulars? I've had 2 or 3 people coming in asking for quotes from the website, which is good because it means you're getting your natural churn, unfortunately, where customers, like I mentioned before, having to go in homes or whatever, or the worst of it, passing away. So it's good to have a slow trickle coming in. That balances a slow trickle going out, really. And I'm not having to advertise for any of that. And it's all local work. So my wife Teresa's got 2 or 3 messages and emails to get back to on that front. And what we've permanently got in the back of the van now, because I've took these spare barrels of water out, I've put in there my 45-litre X-Line trolley and obviously the gardener's backpack. Good thing about them is because I can get my extension lead in the back of the van when I recharge the leisure battery, I can charge them inside the van as well. They're just there if we need them, and it's less weight, isn't it, without having to carry them 200 litres of spare water. We just make do with what we got. And touch wood, the van's been going all right, which it should do, as it's a fairly new van for me anyway. And now we've got a car back. We've almost been without a car since December. Well, we have been without a car since December and had it for 1 day in between. So that now means my wife can go out doing any quotes whilst I'm working. Not that we've got like the world's biggest influx of that, but it gives us that ability to do that. It's just life, isn't it? If it's one thing, it's another, and there's always something going wrong or going against you. This podcast, for example, this is the 3rd time I've had to record it because the first 2 times have been something wrong and I haven't had the audio come through. And last week I did a day's recording to make a video for YouTube, and I didn't get to edit it all week. So I've been editing that today. That's going out as well. And I've got my live to do later tonight. So yeah, it's been a busy, crazy day, but still here, still in business, still out cleaning on the grass, which is what I really do like doing. And it's good to know Matthew likes doing it as well. It's just, you've got to fight tooth and nail sometimes to do it, haven't you? So I hope everyone out there's getting on fine and getting through life and getting through the world of window cleaning. And yeah, I hope as well you can prove to other people it's not as boring as what people think it will be, because you're having to jump from one place to another, get there, navigate there, all these other little problems. You're always thinking of fine-tuning it all the time. Got to keep your finger on the pulse and stay above it, really, haven't you, to make your life better and to hit the targets in terms of money of what you need to get through. And unfortunately, runnings took a bit of a hit. Last Thursday, I went out for an evening run doing what they call intervals. So you're basically doing a slow run, speed up for a certain distance at a certain pace, rest and repeat to build up your speed. And I went and pulled my left calf muscle and I couldn't run. So I ended up doing a 2-mile bloody walk back with that. But it's not as bad as what it could be. So I'm hoping, give it a week, I'll be out running again, ready for me half marathon that's coming up in a couple of months' time. And then I've got a second half marathon not long after that one, actually. But it does make you realise as you're getting older, these things are going to happen. You can't do what you used to do in your 20s. And the other thing is, if you knack yourself up that much, you ain't going out to work neither, are you? So it's a fine balance. But if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. You know what I mean? If you're new to the podcast, welcome. Please like, subscribe, and all that kind of good stuff. If you're watching it on YouTube or you're listening to it on wherever you listen to your podcasts, appreciate any reviews, anything like that will help me. So yeah, that's it for this week's podcast. Thanks very much. Hope you all have a good week out there on the glass. And remember, stay safe. Catch you on the next one.